wisdom in 8,000 lines, Reba. A humble revision of the wonderful achievement of the late Dr. Edward Conze, now of the 21st century, by Richard Babcock. Chapter 26. Like illusion. Sakra praises the Bodhisattvas. So now it occurs to Sakra, chief of gods, a Bodhisattva, even as one courses only just so far, surpasses all, how much more so as one knows full enlightenment. A great gain accrues to these beings, a good life do these live as thoughts stride in all knowledge, how much more so as these have realized thoughts unto full enlightenment. To be emulated are these, the very cream of all beings, which realize full enlightenment. So here, Sakra, chief of gods, conjured up Mandarava flowers, saluted these reverently, scattered these over Tathagata, and said, "May any persons who are avowed to the vehicle of Bodhisattvas, and who have revealed and realized thoughts to full enlightenment, succeed in their resolve to know full enlightenment, and beyond this, to transfer any and all beings which are borne along by the great flood of birth and death to the smooth yonder shore. May this thought of enlightenment which these wish for, think over and take hold of, bring to fulfillment any dharmas of a Buddha, and dharmas in accord with all knowledge, dharmas of the self-existent, insuperable dharmas. I have not even the slightest suspicion such Bodhisattvas, which are endowed with great compassion, might turn away from full enlightenment, or these persons who are avowed to the vehicle of the Bodhisattvas and who are set out for full enlightenment might turn away from this. On the contrary, I am sure this resolve to reveal and realize full enlightenment increases more and more in these, as these survey the ills which afflict beings on the plane of birth and death. For through great compassion these desire the welfare of this world with its gods, beings and asuras, are of an aspiration to benefit this, are full of pity for this, these, who are endowed with this attitude of mind, dwell in the attitude of mind which is expressed in this resolution: we have crossed over, we help beings to cross over. Freed, we free them. Recovered, we help these to recover. Gone to nirvana, we lead these to nirvana. Gate paragate parasamgate bodhisvaha. Jubilation, turning over, and merit. Any son or daughter of good family who rejoice at this production of thought of any bodhisattvas, who are just now set out in the vehicle, as well as at this production of thought of any which realize progression as always, on course, as well as at this irreversible nature of any which realize irreversibility, as well as at this nature of any which inevitably realize one birth only, to what extent is their merit a different one? The Lord, one might be able, Kausika, to grasp the measure of Sumaru, king of mountains, or of a world system, up to a great trichiliocosm, with the help of a tip of straw, but one cannot possibly grasp any measure of merit coming to these sons or daughters of good family, or to a bodhisattva, from the production of this thought connected with that jubilation. Sakra, seen as and thought of as beset by Mara, are any beings which do not hear of this immeasurable merit of jubilation over the career of a bodhisattva, which begins with the first thought of enlightenment Tathagata Garbha and which ends with full enlightenment Tathagata, which do not know it, which do not see it, which do not bring this jubilation to mind. These are seen as partisans of Mara, deceased in Mara's realms. For any which bring to mind these thoughts, which turn these over into the supreme enlightenment, rejoice at these, such do so in order to bring to realization Mara's realm, as this truly is. One does, O Lord, rejoice at the various stages of thought which these bodhisattvas raise to enlightenment. Sons and daughters of good family abandon neither the Tathagata, nor Dharma, nor community, these rejoice in the stages of the thought of enlightenment. The Lord, so it is, Kausika. And sons or daughters of good family who have rejoiced in the stages of the thought of enlightenment, these do, whether these belong to the vehicle of the bodhisattvas, or of the pratyabuddhas, or of the disciples, soon please the Tathagatas, and not displease such as these. Sakra, so it is, O Lord. Here and now, these are reborn as a result of the wholesome roots which these plant as hearts are filled with jubilation. Here these are treated with respect, revered, worshipped and adored. These never see any unpleasant sights, nor hear any unpleasant sounds, nor smell any unpleasant smells, nor taste any unpleasant tastes, nor come into contact with anything unpleasant to the touch. One realizes these things to be reborn in the wholesome roots of countless beings, roots which bring happiness to all beings. The thoughts of jubilation of any beings which, as producing an aspiration towards enlightenment, rejoice over the successive stages of the thought of enlightenment enlighten thought in persons who aspire to the vehicle of bodhisattvas, as these thoughts increase, are nourishers of full enlightenment. As these realize and reveal full enlightenment, and just so these lead countless beings to nirvana. The Lord, so it is, Kausaka, as you say, through Tathagata's might. The wholesome roots of countless beings are rejoiced over, planted and consummated as a consequence of these actions of sons or daughters of good family who rejoice over the successive stages of the thought of enlightenment in these persons who belong to this vehicle of the Bodhisattvas. The nature of illusion. Subhuti, but how can a thought which is like illusion know full enlightenment? The Lord, Subhuti, do you see the thought which is like illusion as a separate real entity? Subhuti, no, Lord. The Lord, do you see illusion as a separate real entity? Subhuti, no, Lord. The Lord, so, as you see neither illusion, nor the thought which is like illusion, as a real separate entity, do you now perhaps see this dharma which knows full enlightenment as something other than illusion, or as something other than the thought which is like illusion?